If you are looking to score a great deal on NordVPN, all you have to do is to click the link on the description below and you'll be able to take advantage of this very awesome deal from them, which is basically 4 months for free. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we have another special deal from NordVPN, another promo code, another discount code, another voucher that you can use. And again, all you have to do is to click the link on the description below. It's that easy. Now let's take a look at what exactly this deal is. Now, first of all, after clicking that link, you do have, or you will be taken to this landing page right here, and you do have to click on the use coupon code link, which is over here. And as you can see, you have a bunch of choices. You have three main choices, and you have to please remember that you have to be on the 2 year plan. The 1 year plan and the monthly plan simply won't have the same discount. Okay, so going back to the 2 year plans over here, we have the standard plan at 298 per month, the plus plan at 385 per month, and finally the complete plan at $5.10 per month. Now I'll explain the difference between these plans later on in the video, but I do want to show you first the app that we're working with. And if it's not obvious yet, I am on a Windows PC. So this interface right here might be a bit different for mobile, Linux, or any Apple product, iOS or Mac. So let's take a look at the app. So on the right side here, we have the world map pretty much. So you can click on it here, zoom out a bit. And as you can see, we have servers all over the world. We have, I believe, over 5,600 or 5,900 servers all in all, spread across 92 countries. Now let's take a look at this option here. So this drop down, mind you, I wish they made this more obvious, like maybe put some color into this, because everyone who's like new, or if you're not watching this video to learn, it's going to take a while for you to to notice this drop down right here. You probably end up looking for countries. You can change to over here, right? But no, forget about all that. All you have to do is be on the home page and to click on this drop down box right here. Now, what drops down are, first of all, you're going to see here this list of specialty servers. And then scrolling further down, this is where you'll see the countries arranged neatly in alphabetical order. Now, there's a bunch of ways to connect to the VPN. You can either use the quick connect function. All you have to do is to click that quick connect button right there. You'll be taken to a nearby server that works just fine. Now, that does not necessarily mean that's the best server for you, but given where you are, based on what your current location, it's going to look for a close server with good enough connection. Now, over here, like I said, these are specialty servers, but let's gloss over those. I'll probably try to talk about one of them in a little bit, but let's go run through the basics again. Aside from the quick connect function, you can also change servers just by clicking on a country of choice, or if you hover, and this is another thing I think that they should improve on just to make it more noticeable. If you hover your cursor to these three dots, which will appear for countries that have multiple servers, okay, you will click on that, and you have the choice of either just going auto, which is the default setting if you click on the country's name, or you can specify it by city. In Canada's case, we have Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, and for other countries as well. You just have to hover over them just to see which one has multiple servers and which one doesn't. Now, going into the settings here, this is another important menu that you should be familiar with aside from the main feed, the main page or the home page, because this is where you'll basically fiddle around with the different settings, the different things that your app or the NordVPN app can do. Over here, of course, we have the general section. The connection tab is right here, and you can expand on these just by clicking on them. And so just be very careful that you don't turn on any function that you'll find that might confuse you. Like for example, kill switch. The kill switch gave me such a problem when I didn't understand what NordVPN exactly does, because just so you know, what a kill switch is basically it'll prevent apps or your entire device, in this case my computer, from making any unprotected connection. So if I turn this on, for example, if I turn off the VPN, okay, the kill switch basically will not allow you to connect to the internet at all. So that gave me a bit of a scare. I thought, I was on some, it had some sort of virus or whatever. Now, another thing of note, let's just go over some of the other options here. Over here, right below the main menu, the VPN menu, is the threat protection box, right? This will let you toggle on and off threat protection in the light version. We also have the mesh net over here. This is a new feature for NordVPN, and of course the dark web monitoring. We also have the security score tab. Now this is a really cool feature. Basically, it'll give you the settings that are most important in terms of upping your security, so you can turn on all these from just this menu right here. But if you want a more in-depth look into the app, you have to go through the settings. Okay, so why choose NordVPN? Aside from the fact that we have this awesome deal right here, there are a few key things that I think make NordVPN the best possible VPN solution at this price point. The first of which is the fact that it is so feature packed. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, this is obviously not all of it, but the basics are all covered, and they have advanced features that I think is very well executed. That's another thing that's great about Nord. It's not just that they have a good feature or a good, like, say, function that they, because none of these functions entirely are unique to Nord itself. I mean, other VPN services have different versions, but the execution that they have with a lot of these things is just something else. Now, I mean, let's take a look, for example, at how they have or how they execute their split tunneling. Okay, let's go into split tunneling here real quick. For those of you who don't know, split tunneling, it'll basically enable you or give programs you trust direct access to the internet for better speed without losing VPN protection for your sensitive data. So, in layman's terms, when you turn on split tunneling, it'll basically allow a certain type or a few of your apps to go this way where there's no VPN connection, and a few of your apps to go this way where there is VPN connection. Like, for example, you see VPNs, while, I mean, great, yeah, you have a VPN. It's not really all useful for, or that useful for certain apps. Like, for example, gaming. While NordVPN certainly has the speed to back it up, to enable you to game, like enjoy your game, and at the same time be protected, nothing beats your native connection. So perhaps you'll just route your VPN through here where there's no protection. Banking apps also are very finicky when it comes to location, so you might have to turn it off with regards to when you have your VPN turned on. I would definitely route split tunneling to not really protect my banking app, just because, like I said, location matters, and unless, of course, you're, let's say, for example, you're in the US and you're going to be using like a US VPN server, then that's fine. Okay, but if the location won't match, don't even bother to use that function, or don't even bother to turn off your split tunneling, and or turn on your split tunneling and route your backup through there. Now, there's a bunch of ways of doing it, and like I said, execution is very, very important to me. And the way that they do it is quite neat. First of all, it's very easy to access. It's just under settings. You just click over here, and they even have two ways of doing it. A lot of times, oh, I'm sorry, I was talking about the split tunneling. My bad. So the way their split tunneling works, it's toggleable under settings. You can just turn it off and on, and it's easy to select the way you're gonna, because they also have two ways of doing it. Either you disable the VPN for selected apps, or enable VPN for certain apps. So having that sort of two ways of doing it, I think, is really good execution on their part. Now, another thing that I really like, that I think makes NordVPN stand out at this price point, is the fact that they have support on as many as 6 devices. Now, 6 devices, not exactly the most number of devices, right? I mean, you do have what is that? Surfshark VPN, which offers an unlimited number of connections, an unlimited number of devices. But the way that Nord does it is the fact that you can use it. Not only can you use one account to protect multiple devices, they can also protect like a router. Okay, they have a specific function for a router, a specific app for the router. So, which means that you only really need one for the house. Just protect your router and you'll be fine, right? Because everyone's probably going to be on their Wi-Fi, and this should be good enough for most families. And like I said, not all VPN services have that function that functionality of being able to use it on a router. So the fact that they have that and the way that they're executing it is definitely top notch. So going back through the packages here, like I showed you earlier, we have three main options. You have the standard at 298, the plus plan at 385, and the complete plan at $5.10 a month. But if you came to this video, you just want to get the basic VPN protection, and you don't really mind having a cross-platform password manager and a data breach scanner, then the standard package would be a good way to go. I would highly recommend, however, that you look into getting the standard plan and an add-on for the 1 terabytes worth of encrypted cloud storage. The cloud services out there are getting more and more expensive, but the way that NordVPN is doing it with a complete package or as a solo add-on to the standard plan, I think is really good as well. Now let's pretend that we're gonna get, for example, the standard plan. Let me show you the page right here. So once you're on this page, all you have to do is to click on Buy Now, and you'll then be taken to the checkout page where you'll be able to select different kinds of payment methods. You even have cryptocurrency payment over here that's enabled, and it's only $83.43 for 2 years. So I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Again, click the link on the description below. Take advantage of this awesome deal from NordVPN and get all the features they have plus more on this really very well executed product. So, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.